Alright, now that the hype has cooled down, I think it's a good time to come back and review the Dunk and Destruction pack, which is available now for you to download. If you don't have this pack in your pass, now you can go ahead and buy it for $10, as well as the WrestleMania 41 pack. But just note that if you buy that WrestleMania 41 pack, you're only getting the arena and not the other contents. Those things haven't been released or announced just yet. They're working on it. I don't know what the delay is. It's crazy what's been going on with 2K lately, with these celebrities and these announcements and these delays. There's a lot of speculation online. I've read the comments for like Aleister Black and all these other superstars that could possibly make it now, and maybe Travis Scott is no longer there. I think that we just gotta take things with good stride in terms of expectations. Have a little grain of salt, of course, because you don't want to gas yourself up into believing one thing and then it ends up being another. So let's just wait and see when it comes to those items and reveals that have yet to have, to take place, to happen. So I wanted to open up with the My Faction part that I know you guys don't really care about, but if you want to unlock some Persona cards, which we have plenty coming, I covered that yesterday. I'm talking about Triple H from 1999. We have different Cody Rhodes with a mask later on. Like, what we found in the files because of what's the status, shout out to him, was really revealing. So I think it's time you go and open your DLC rewards if you got the DLC pack, because these cards are actually decent. They're Ruby in the 80s. And we saw that they came with some decent badges like Sting Like a Bee, Locomotion, and Endurance. Each character has their own badge to make them feel unique. And these are some quality badges that, can get you far in My Faction. Abyss has 4 of them actually. He has Unstoppable, Merciless Opportunist, Sting Like a Bee, and Endurance. So I am happy with this DLC reward more than I typically am. So shout out to them for that. And I want to jump into the bad now for this review. We tend to keep it positive here, and that's always what I strive to do. But right now, I think it's better to end the video on a negative after all the delays and all these things that we've covered on the channel. I have a couple things that I didn't like about the way this DLC update was handled and released and revealed. So the marketing was all over the place. Yes, we had the entrances like one day at a time like they've done. The weapons was revealed cool. But I'm talking more about the WrestleMania pack and the arena being the only item available. They tweeted that out instantly. And I got that from the very beginning that I read that tweet. But putting out the pack for $10 when nothing else is available, trying to get more money when you haven't even delivered on some other items that are behind schedule, is just ridiculous to me. I think that these people that are running 2K are, doing the best that they can. Honestly, I don't believe that every single person is out to get our wallets. I have, this idea in my head. I like to think that we have some, fans out there that are working on the game and want to deliver something fun and exciting for the fans. So I am looking forward to the DLC reveals and the packs that are coming. But, man, I just hope they get it together, because it's been, missed opportunities and misinformation and lack of information. It just doesn't feel like we've had a good experience with the DLC this year. Now, even though that's been the case, we did get Crown Jewel. So that's the arena I'm going to jump into for this match. Crown Jewel made its way to the game for the first time, and it was random, and I like that. I think it's cool that they actually delivered a different arena that wasn't even scheduled to be in the game as far as our awareness goes. And when they deliver on giving us those little tidbits of surprises and adding it for free for everyone to enjoy, that is something I want to, give a shout out to. But I said I was going to talk about the bad. But I saw the Crown Jewel arena there, and I'm like, you know what? Let me mention that to sprinkle in some positive. So the Mania pack seems like it's being delayed. We still haven't heard from that first celebrity in DLC 1. There's been no real support for the online multiplayer experience. I feel like there's been more broken problems that need to be resolved, and we haven't gotten there just yet, with people still disconnecting. The creation, the creation suite being what it's been, very lackluster. You play in an arena with created content, and it seems like it causes some trouble for the game, and I just want them to resolve those problems so we could get back to having a good time online. So I was about to talk about some more positives, so let's keep going down the list here because I have it right here pointed out. I hate that the NBA superstars are locked and can't be edited. The fact that we bought this pack and we experienced, the excitement of hearing the 50 Cent theme song, Many Men, for Tyrese Halliburton. And I know you guys are going to be like, Lex, come on. You knew that was going to be locked. You should have known better. It is what it is. They always do it that way. It's known now that with real songs, they block it. And I understand all that, but we can hope and have that feeling of excitement for something like this, because I wanted to use it for my created character, and it ended up not being the case because it's locked and you can't switch it around. You can't add it to anyone else. So that's unfortunate. It brings down the overall feel of the pack for me, because that was supposed to be a positive. That was supposed to be one of the things that got me excited when I saw this as, okay, we're going to get some moves, we're going to get some created character content. I'm all for it. And while we still got some things that we could share and use, the fact that we can't make Shaq some of his movie characters, it's just one of those crappy situations that really annoy me. And I wish that it wasn't that way. But I get preserving the copyrights and the contracts that they have. They're honoring whatever they have to honor. That's not on 2K, so I'm not mad at them directly. It's politics, it's business, whatever. Another thing that I wanted to mention too briefly was that I would have wanted to have seen a little more than 30 moves. I know I said that it was cool that we're getting 30 plus moves with taunts and all that, but after seeing some recycled moves with a few of these superstars, I wanted to have gotten a little more than just 30 across the board. These are 5 different characters, and the fact that we only saw 30 plus moves and animations all together, it's disheartening. So another Debbie Downer there. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention, which is something a lot of you don't really care about, is the island. The island, we got harder difficulty, right? So the matches are now going to be a little more thrilling, but the earnable VC is still very low. I was talking to, some of my peeps on Discord, shout out to Golden Star, and the VC is still very low overall. So I hope that they get the rewards on track for the island, because I think that's what's going to turn things around in the long run when it's all said and done. So now that we got through the bad, let's end this video with the good. I rambled a little bit with some of the, sprinkled positives, but let's deep dive into what I really enjoyed in this pack and update that we just got. I love the fact that we got Abyss in a WWE game. I never thought that would ever happen. We covered that plenty on here. But now that I finally used Abyss and I see him in real time, I am thrilled to be able to get him with his TNA theme and his gestures that we saw him use while he was in TNA all those years ago. Yeah, I'm skipping Jalen Brunson's entrance. He's not the Great Khali or Abyss. But yeah, I really like them too. And then Shaq, I'm okay with, honestly. Shaq is one of those guys that I have a soft spot for. Favorite superstar, favorite athlete for me across sports. So anytime you get to have fun with Shaq, I'm all for it. But still got to throw in there once again, it's disappointing to see that you can't edit him and do the Kazam or anything like that. He did his own movie, and I thought we would have had some fun with those different versions of Shaq, which we are not going to get those different versions, unfortunately. WrestleMania 41 Arena, very cool, very sweet that we finally got that. They delivered in the month of June, just like last year, but you can't say that you're excited for that arena without mentioning a little disappointment, considering the fact that the rest of the pack is just not here yet. Crown Jewel, we mentioned it. I love it. We're playing in it. Give me more arenas. I want these expansions and DLC updates to feel like they're expanding the game beyond just characters. I understand that people want more wrestlers and people want to see all these, new characters that are in WWE TV to make it to the game. But for me, I want more stories. I want more arenas, more weapons, and they've delivered on the arenas and weapons. But just keep pushing the boundaries, man. Why are we stuck in this same old parameter? Let's keep pushing the boundaries and have some more fun with the weapons and the arenas. I wish that they gave us, one arena per drop or more than that. Why limit ourselves? I know that we have all the creations tools, but there is nothing like the official release from WWE 2K themselves. And speaking of weapons, the basketball that they added with the signature basketball type animations like they did with the football last year is something that I will forever be grateful for. Janice being part of Abyss's arsenal as well. The 2x4 with the nails and the freaking basketball animations are so cool to me, and I've been enjoying that. So more of that is awesome, and that's what we need in these 2K games. Now let's get on to the gameplay element here. I like the feel of the characters. I don't think I'm ever going to use Jalen Brunson or Tyrese Halliburton, and that's okay. We already knew this. We already felt this way about it before they even revealed the DLC in its entirety. Because when they said 3 NBA superstars, honestly, while we did predict it could be Shaq, I don't know about you guys, but since Shaq is retired, I thought there might be a chance that he wouldn't make it into the game. And I said, I'm not going to use these guys. While I am a basketball fan and I love basketball, this is one of those instances that I just couldn't care less to have these characters in the game. So what can we expect in the future? I don't know, man. I'm hearing Goldberg, Nikki Bella, Aleister Black, El Grande Americano. How about El Grande Americano? Some of you guys were talking about me clickbaiting in that last video. We have some cold, hard evidence with the files in the game listing El Grande Americano. And come on, guys, it was a no-brainer. They added his mask to the Island Season 3. Of course, we're going to get Grande Americano. And I think he is going to be tied to that WrestleMania pack eventually whenever that drops. Unless they change it around. Because there could be someone out there putting out these little leaks. And I'm not trying to list anybody. I don't think there's someone that's giving us real concrete information that's spoiling anything that's going to be revealed, if I'm honest with you guys. But maybe they put out some feelers to get some feedback from the community. Community feedback is important. While people think that 2K doesn't listen and that they don't pay attention or care about the fans, I think that's not true. Because at the end of the day, caring about the fans equals more money, more spending, more excitement, more profits, and more of just everything in general, which is the obvious. So for those that feel like, oh man, they don't care about the fans, probably the business people at Take-Two, but they don't have to care about the fans. They have to care about the business side of things. That's what they're getting paid for. That's the obvious, right? When it comes to the fans and that hype, I want it to be from the creators that are involved with putting in the arenas, the weapons, the animations, the entrances. Those are the people that got to be fans of WWE. And it feels like we've gotten that experience thus far with 2K25. Look at how Tyrese instantly got busted with Janice. He is bleeding right away as soon as we popped him with Janice. And that is what I like to see, man. This Dunk and Destruction pack is one of the better packs that we're going to be getting this year, in my opinion. Even if I'm not going to be playing with everyone, I'm going to be utilizing something from each superstar. And I'm done rambling. I'm going to get back to playing some more WWE 2K. I want you guys to do the same and hit me up in the comment section. How do you feel about this pack overall? I thought I'd do one of these little rambling reviews so we can share our thoughts and feelings overall. I think I did a pretty good job listing the good and bad and the ugly. But I wish there was more good than bad and ugly. So on that note, I'm signing off. I got to finish this match. This is going to take too damn long, but I'm going to finish this match. And I'll get back to you guys real soon with another stream for WWE 2K. Let's freaking go, man.